So I'm really looking forward to it. Please join me in welcoming to the stage my dear friend, Dr. Adriana Traviati.
Thank you so much, Frederick, and good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming today. My name is Dr. Adriana Traviati, and I'm an Australian exploration geophysicist, diamond miner, and natural diamond retailer. It's an honour to give this presentation to you all today and share some geologic insights and information about natural diamonds and how these insights, history, and background can help you to sell more natural diamonds and convey their importance to your clients. Today's presentation will be segmented into 4 parts. First, we'll cover a brief history and symbolism of natural diamonds that covers relevant facts to share with your clients but cement the importance of natural diamonds since ancient history. Secondly, we're going to discuss differentiating natural diamonds in the market. Thirdly, I will take you through a basic geologic understanding of how natural diamonds form to demonstrate the miracle of nature that brings these beautiful gems to life. And finally, I'm going to take you through a sales tool called Gems that I developed in my business to help my staff sell more natural diamonds that I'm going to share with you today. So with that, let us begin. Natural diamonds are one of the most valuable and versatile gemstones with a very rich history spanning both practical and ornamental use. Over time, their role in society has evolved from tools to symbols of power, love, and achievement. The role of natural diamonds in society has changed since ancient times. Natural diamonds are arguably the most important gemstone today, valued for their beauty and versatility across industries and all cultures. Diamonds are not only the hardest known natural material, but they are also a key resource in science, industry, and technology. They are important messengers from the deep earth and provide ancient records of Earth's history, and are used extensively in geologic research. In ancient India, Greece, and Rome, diamonds were recognized for their unmatched hardness and used in tools such as for drilling and cutting. As early as the 5th century BC, diamond splinters were used to drill beads in India. And the Greeks believed that diamonds were parts of fallen stars, and their name comes from the Greek word adamas, which means unconquerable force thanks to their strength. Natural diamonds have a very complex and fascinating history, with each chapter revealing the new ways that they've shaped society and how they will continue to shape society into the future. So, diamonds were at one point considered to be supernatural. So they were considered to have magical and supernatural properties for the wearer. In ancient India, they were seen as a symbol of strength and invincibility, as no other stone could scratch them. They were thought to grant power, protection, and especially in battle. So historical figures like Julius Caesar and Napoleon wore diamonds as talismans for good luck. Diamonds have been set into crowns typically because they've been believed to channel divine energy and enhance the wearer's intuition, vision, and connection to the divine. They symbolize power, knowledge, and sovereignty, as well as wealth and leadership. And over the centuries, diamonds have been cherished by royals, emperors, and leaders alike, becoming enduring symbols of status, wealth, and influence. And of course, we understand that diamonds are used as ornamental gemstones as well. So in addition to these symbols of power and the supernatural, diamonds are more commonly now recognized for their use as ornamental gemstones. So as early as 300 BC, uncut diamond crystals were set into gold rings that were usually reserved as talismans for the ruling class. It wasn't until later that diamonds were cut for use as gemstones. In the 1300s, both Indians and Europeans developed methods to shape diamonds using diamond grit and olive oil to polish the rough crystals. And by the late 1800s, diamond polishing became mechanized, though it still involved rubbing 2 diamond crystals together one to produce a tool, and one to produce a gem. They are also known as status symbols and fashion. So here we have Agnes Sorel. So it wasn't until the 1400s that diamonds became more glamorous, and this woman, Agnes Sorel, was the mistress of King Charles VII of France, and she played a key role in elevating diamonds as a symbol of feminine adornment. As the first woman and a commoner to wear diamonds publicly, she defied the laws that restricted diamonds only to be worn by nobility and clergy. Her position as the king's mistress actually allowed her to set the trend and allowed women to start wearing diamonds publicly. By the 16th and 17th centuries, women in France increasingly wore diamonds, making France the centre of the European diamond market at the time. From this point, and over time to more modern day history, diamonds have become increasingly popular among women and celebrities such as Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, and the global spread of diamonds took off with the discovery of large deposits in South Africa. And by the 19th century, more and more diamonds were being worn increasingly by the middle class. Now, diamonds are also a very important source of wealth storage and investment. So natural diamonds have always been a storehouse of value, heirlooms, and a way to diversify wealth. Even today, they represent one of the most concentrated and portable forms of wealth on the planet. For example, during the Second World War, many Jewish refugees used diamonds to escape Nazi-occupied Europe, both to pay for their escape and to protect their wealth and their families. This is just one example of how diamonds have been used as an important wealth storage facility. Today, in more modern times, high net worth investors also collect rare diamonds for the purpose of investment and protecting their own wealth. So you can see the enduring value of natural diamonds has always been as a storehouse of wealth. And of course, they are a symbol of love and commitment, as we all understand today. So diamonds have long been a source of love and commitment, but archaeological evidence from ancient Egypt shows that as far back as 4,800 years ago, Egyptians exchanged rings, often made from twisted reeds and hair to symbolize love. And the first written record of an engagement ring dates back to 200 BC in Rome, though at that time they were more of a business contract rather than a gesture of love. So it was more a way for Roman men to claim their brides. It wasn't until 850 AD that engagement rings took on a more modern meaning, when Pope Nicholas I declared that a ring symbolised a man's intention to marry, and gold was the traditional material used. The use of diamonds in engagement rings began in 1477 when Archduke Maximilian I of Austria gave a diamond ring to his bride-to-be, Princess Mary of Burgundy. Because of their high social status, their choice set a precedent, and diamond engagement rings gradually became more popular among other wealthy couples. And the diamond's hardness symbolised strength, fortitude, and faithfulness, and was believed to help resist temptation. In the 20th century, with the rise of diamond supply from South Africa, De Beers launched their iconic A Diamond is Forever campaign. Coined in 1948 by copywriter Francis Garrity, the slogan shifted diamond marketing from an elite luxury product to a symbol of everlasting love to capture a much broader audience globally, lovers. While some may attribute their popularity to clever marketing, the truth is that diamonds have been part of marriage proposals in Europe for centuries. Today, diamonds continue to represent eternal love, prized for their hardness, scratch resistance, versatility, and able to be worn with any colour, solidifying their piece as a timeless symbol of commitment, fashion, and enjoyment. So, it's time to really get into differentiating natural diamonds. It is no secret that the natural diamond industry has faced immense challenges in recent years, and conversations with diamanters and cutters around the world reveal a level of uncertainty that has never been experienced before in the industry. The rise of lab-grown diamonds, shifting consumer preferences, and evolving market dynamics have undoubtedly shaped the industry. However, when we look at the rich history and enduring symbolism of natural diamonds, it's clear that they're not really going anywhere. Their history is ancient and continues to evolve. These unique qualities, formed deep within the earth over millions of years, are irreplaceable and unfakeable, and their cultural significance remains strong across generations. While change can be unsettling, it also represents an opportunity for reinvention. The natural diamond industry has always been resilient, and now is a chance to revisit and reframe the next chapter of its story. By focusing on the deep history, formation, and timeless value of natural diamonds, and also the overflooding of lab-grown diamonds in the global market, we can position natural diamonds as more relevant and more precious by comparison than ever. It is our opportunity to differentiate those products and leverage the preciousness of natural diamonds, and to do this, we need a geological understanding. So rather than seeing the current challenges as obstacles, let's see it as an opportunity to reassert the value of natural diamonds and introduce them to a new generation in fresh and innovative ways. It's our responsibility as sellers to use this change positively. As stewards of the natural diamond industry, it's our responsibility to evolve, inspire, and honour the rich history of natural diamonds. We must emphasise their unique place in the market and continue to convey the inherent specialness of these stunning gems. While the rise of lab-grown diamonds is certainly making waves around the world, especially with fluctuating prices, the future of lab-grown diamonds appears to be shifting toward fashion jewellery, where they are increasingly positioned as alternatives to cubic zirconia, moissanite, and other synthetic stones. This market oversaturation also presents a unique opportunity for us to reaffirm the value of natural diamonds, not only as timeless symbols of love, but as irreplaceable natural wonders. By continuing to educate, innovate, and promote their extraordinary qualities, we can ensure their lasting relevance and appeal for the next market. So, whenever we talk about natural diamonds, one of the key differentiators that I always like to convey to my clients is the sheer impact and beneficiation that is created by natural diamonds. So, aside from their glamorous use, it is really important that we are driving home this message to our customers. Whether you work in B2B, convey that to your buyers. Whether you work in B2C, convey that to your clients. It is all of our responsibility from the top end of the chain to educate and bring this knowledge to be more widespread. So this data here is from the Natural Diamond Council. I've picked out a few of my favourite points, so feel free to take a picture of the slides to remember some of them. But I'll run you through some of the points that I really think hit home for the consumers. Natural diamond mining contributes over $16 billion of annual benefits globally, including healthcare, jobs, education, biodiversity, and infrastructure. The natural diamond industry provides high quality and safe jobs, as well as supports the livelihood of 10 million people worldwide. The natural diamond industry also funds more than 400 women-owned businesses across Africa, advancing gender equality. Natural diamonds also help protect the lives of millions of wild animals globally, saving threatened species from extinction, and over 1,000 square miles of natural land is protected by leading diamond producers. That's 3 times their mining area. The industry facilitates the education of 500,000 children in rural communities and helps build schools and facilities in the most remote areas. And over 4 million people get access to healthcare worldwide as a result of natural diamond mining, with disease prevention and management and healthcare for remote communities provided. These are just some of the impacts and some of the facts that we can use to differentiate natural diamonds from lab-grown diamonds. It's time that we're pushing the story out. It is our responsibility from the top to educate our clients or educate our buyers. I'd like to also briefly touch on a history of lab-grown diamond. Okay? In this changing market, it is essential to differentiate between lab-growns and naturals. And many believe that lab-grown diamonds represent new technology and are a new invention. Contrary to popular belief, lab-grown diamonds are not a recent technological breakthrough. The process of synthesizing diamonds dates back nearly a century. In 1929, Dr. J. William Hershey of McPherson College in Kansas successfully created 2 synthetic diamonds. Then, in 1954, Dr. Tracy Hall, a physicist at General Electric, became the first to produce a synthetic diamond using a press of his own design, and it was a small diamond intended for industrial use. In the 1960s, both GE and De Beers began producing HPHT diamonds for industrial application, and it wasn't until the 90s that synthetic diamonds were first produced in Russia for jewellery. In 2018, De Beers entered the lab-grown diamond market with their Lightbox brand, marking a significant shift in the industry's approach. But while lab-grown diamonds have evolved, they are far from new technology. They have been part of the diamond industry for decades and have been primarily used in industrial applications and more recently, fashion jewellery applications. So now I'm going to get into the geologic side of diamonds, okay? And I'm going to take you through a basic history of how diamonds form and how they're emplaced. While many of us here work with natural diamonds daily and have a basic understanding of their formation and transport via kimberlite, which you might have heard of, it's very important for us to understand their geologic formation in order to grasp their true rarity and convey that significance to customers. So understanding how diamonds form and their geologic importance can be such a powerful tool in conveying their value. As a geophysicist, I see diamonds as precious samples from the Earth's deep interior. They're true messengers from below. Many diamonds contain inclusions that allow geologists to study the composition of the Earth from depths of over 700 kilometres, offering insights into our planet's history that no other mineral can provide. These inclusions are like time capsules that are often billions of years old. Diamonds are not just beautiful gems, they are critical artifacts for understanding Earth itself. And we see significant diamond deposits all over the world, such as in Kalimantan, Brazil, South Africa, Namibia, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Angola, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Botswana, Lesotho, even in the United States, Russia, Australia, and Canada. So, where do diamonds form? Where do they start? So, there are 2 main settings that form diamonds in the Earth. One is lithospheric diamonds, this is shallow Earth diamonds, and the second is super deep diamonds from the deep Earth. Most natural diamonds form within ancient stable parts of the Earth's crust, and these are known as cratons. These cratons make up the interior of continents and extend 150 to 200 kilometres below the surface and are the oldest, thickest slabs of rock on Earth. Their cool and stable internal temperature profiles are ideal for diamond formation. So one such example is the Siberian craton in Russia, the Slave craton in Canada, the Kalahari craton in South Africa and Botswana. Diamonds that form in these regions are called lithospheric diamonds as they form within those cratons themselves. And during rare volcanic eruptions, these diamonds are transported to the Earth's surface through magmatic eruptions that emplace a host rock called kimberlite or lamproite. Now let's talk about the super deeps. Occasionally, diamonds called superdeeps form in the Earth's mantle, specifically in the transition zone. This is 440 to 660 kilometres of depth. Once formed, these diamonds are transported to shallower depths through mantle convection and are eventually brought to the surface by rare eruptions. The famous Cullinan diamond is an example of a superdeep, and they are typically inclusion poor and have irregular shapes. So you can see here in this diagram an example of mantle convection and how it works. We have the lithosphere indicated in light grey at the top, and then we can see the mantle all the way down to the 700 kilometre boundary on the outer core, and through plate tectonics, through subduction, and obviously mountain building events, we see the recycling of that mantle, which is a semi-fluid state, okay? And through that process of convection, we're able to get those super deep diamonds that formed in that transition zone and give them a chance to come up closer to the crust, where an eruption will bring them to the surface. And that's a schematic diagram of exactly how mantle convection would look under the Earth. So mantle convection, driven by plate tectonics, plays a key role in the formation of diamonds and their journey. As oceanic plates are pushed into the mantle through subduction, they carry diamond-forming fluids and seawater-altered minerals and rocks. These fluids, combined with the upward flow of the hot mantle, help generate magma that in places kimberlite or lamproite that delivers diamonds to the Earth's surface. So you can see here, this is another schematic. What we have is the lithospheric crust is indicated in yellow, that's our upper mantle. Then we have our transition zone here before the lower mantle. A majority of natural diamonds form in the lithospheric crust, and then they're brought to the surface through eruption. Then in the lower mantle, the diamonds that develop at that depth need to come up shallower through mantle convection before the eruption can bring them to the surface. So how do these diamonds reach us? Now that we understand how diamonds form deep in the Earth, and that there are two types of host rocks that can transport diamonds to the crust, where they're able to be recovered and mined, how does that process actually work? So, any given eruption will either place one of both types of what we call host rocks, kimberlite or lamproite. And both of these rocks are igneous, they are pipe-shaped. As the pressure reduces toward the Earth's crust, the magma decompresses as it arrives at the surface. So it expands and decompresses, which is why our kimberlite and lamproites are often carrot-shaped, okay? And this allows the magma to create this carrot-shaped deposit. We in geology do not fully understand why these deposits in place the way they do. We have never seen one forming. However, they are scattered in locations all around the world. It's important to note that not all kimberlite or lamproites contain diamonds. They are simply the host rock for the mineral diamond. Kimberlite is found within those stable cratons, and lamproite occurs on the edges of those cratons. For example, the well-known Argyle diamond mine is situated at the edge of the Kimberley craton, and the AK1 pipe is a lamproite. Diamonds formed deep in the Earth are carried to the surface by rare, violent eruptions of magma, and are some of the fastest and most extreme volcanic events on Earth. While the diamonds are not created during the eruption themselves, they are able to survive such an event due to their hardness. This delivery system in the form of volcanic transport only adds to the mystique and value of natural diamonds today. So you can see here in the diagram, we have the original magmatic explosion. We can see the magma comes up, decompresses towards the Earth's crust. There is a violent eruption, and then over time, the rock solidifies, producing kimberlite or lamproite, and diamonds have been transported up and placed in that process. And and then today we mine them. What's particularly fascinating is that despite the extreme conditions of transport, diamonds often survive this wild journey. As they travel through the kimberlites, diamonds may change shape and form, and unlike other magmas such as basalt, which would dissolve diamonds completely, kimberlites allow diamonds to remain intact. Kimberlites also erupt faster and are less oxidizing than other magmas, which helps protect the diamonds in that very hot, violent process. Kimberlites have been erupting for at least 2.8 billion years, with the oldest known eruption occurring in Gabon in West Africa. However, kimberlite eruption is extremely rare, and this eruption frequency has varied throughout Earth's history. So what is the key takeaway here? Diamonds are a precious, finite resource, and having a magma come to the surface of the Earth and actually carry and preserve those diamonds is truly a miracle of nature. So now I'm going to introduce you lastly to a selling tool that I train all of my staff in at home. And it's a powerful selling tool that's easy to remember, which will help you to sell and convey more natural diamonds. Okay? So to effectively convey the uniqueness of natural diamonds, it's helpful to remember a few key elements that set them apart and to create everlasting impact. To make this process easier, I developed the acronym GEMS, which captures the essence of what makes natural diamonds so special and assists in conveying this. Now, every time you go to sell a natural diamond, we're going to go through 4 points, okay? The first is geology. I want to see at least one geologic fact about the diamond that you are selling. Convey the important elements of geologic information, specialness and rarity. Manage to find out. It could be something as simple as these diamonds are between 1.1 to 1.2 billion years old. That's a geologic fact. You only need one, but you need one there. So that's G. The second is education. Include 1 or 2 key facts about the natural diamonds that you're selling. And it could be provenance, if you happen to know the provenance, the reason for their colour, the age of the stones, or even highlighting some potential community beneficiation in the countries that they were mined. We want one educated fact. Now, for B2B sellers, conveying geology and education to your retailers or buyers is important so they can then flow on with the whole GEMS process all the way to the retailer. Then, for the B2C, we continue that process, but we also add on memories and story. So, when we're selling to a client, we also want to create a memory of that sale. We want to create a memorable experience when purchasing their natural diamond. We want to take time to praise the customer and their choice and support their experience. We want them to have a lovely in-store experience where they feel fully educated about the diamond that they've purchased, which allows them to have a confirmation bias of, look what I've done. I've created an amazing purchase, community beneficiation, I understand the age of my diamond, and I've also had an amazing memory coming and purchasing the stone. And then finally we have the story. Leave the customer with the story or these facts so that they can pass it down for their own generations and become part of the natural diamond story. If a customer comes in and you can convey one geologic element, one educated fact, create an emotional memory, and then encourage them to develop a story for their diamond, that's a great way and a proven way to get a natural diamond sale over the line every single time. I have my business in Australia, which is a very heavily lab-grown and skewed market at the moment. We have never sold a single lab-grown diamond, and we use GEMS every day, so it's a very powerful tool. Thank you. Alright, so this combination of factors will allow sellers to quickly ensure have they conveyed the key elements to the client to quickly convey the importance of the natural diamond, and it provides a quick, easy reference that will empower and praise the customer. So I have a case study example here so that you can see how it works. I'm an Argyle pink diamond specialist, so I use gems in my pink diamonds every day. So let's take a look together at how it can be applied in a case-by-case basis. First, with geology, I sit down with the customer. I say, Argyle pink diamonds formed in AK1 lamproite on the edge of the Kimberley Craton. They're 1.58 billion years old. The second you say that, people will go, wow. Get that fact straight on the table. Then I say, given the short 400 million year period of diamond formation and cooling, that's why we have a small average size and unusual inclusion types and colours in Argyle diamonds, making them distinct from all other stones globally. They're my little geological facts. Then we go into the educative fact. I say to them, Argyle pink diamonds are the rarest and most concentrated form of wealth on the planet, likened to collectible art pieces, and the Argyle mine, which closed in 2020, produced around 90% of the world's pink diamonds. Then, because I am B2C, I have to invoke the memory and I have to invoke the story as well. So part of the memory is that each client is gifted a rarity report comparing their diamond to other stones globally, a personalised booklet on their specific diamond with magnified images, and in some cases I provide them with a gouache painting of their loose stone or their finished piece. The idea is to associate the purchase of this natural diamond with a positive memory that focuses on the specialness of the moment and praises the client for making the right decision, and to pass down in their family. Now finally, and this might make some people laugh, but it works, I encourage my customers to name their diamond. Okay, so let's say you're buying a beautiful 2-carat marquise cut diamond for an engagement ring. You come in, you learn about the process, we've done gems, you learn about the geology, you're proud of the purchase that you're making, you feel good in it. Let's say that the customer's last name is Malone. I would encourage them to say, this is now the Malone diamond, and it is referred to in your family as the Malone diamond. And this way, that diamond will actually have a flow-on story of who bought it, when it was purchased, and it personifies the diamond and invokes a sense of emotion. It becomes a legacy rather than a one-time purchase that represents, love. It creates a specialness for generations to come. And that's also a psychological tactic as well, to personify the object. Finally, the story. So armed with the knowledge about their purchase, they've named their diamond, they're happy that everything's confirmed. We want them to leverage off the positive association and memories built in that transaction so that the client leaves educated and knowledgeable and wants to convey the story of their diamond to others, and that story be told for generations to come. That natural diamond will now be celebrated and remembered for life. This is just one of the examples of how the GEMS framework can be applied in practice. Even if the exact provenance or geologic origin of the diamond is unclear, it is still possible to share general information about diamond formation or its age. Educating clients on the remarkable journey and deep history of diamonds helps create a memorable experience and strengthens their personal connection to the product. I challenge all of you, whether you're B2B or B2C, to go back today and think about your GEMS framework for your stones. What can you convey to your retailers that will help them pass the information down? If you are a retailer, think of all of the elements. How can we use this framework to sell more natural diamonds? And talk about the specialness of natural diamonds, not just about lab grows and their comparisons. It's time that we all go back to focusing on the importance and specialness of this product. So finally, in conclusion, natural diamonds are not only timeless symbols of beauty and commitment, they also represent the pinnacle of nature's artistry and human craftsmanship. Their unmatched brilliance, rarity, and emotional significance have made them an enduring part of our lives for centuries. While the diamond industry continues to evolve with lab-grown diamonds offering new options, the allure of natural diamonds becomes unwavering. As we look into the future, it is our responsibility to honour their rich history, showcase their qualities, and adapt to the changing landscape. Finally, it is also so important to recognise the broader, often unseen impact that diamonds have on our daily lives. Most people may not fully appreciate how diamonds, with their remarkable properties, have already transformed numerous industries, from agriculture and construction to manufacturing, telecommunications, and medicine. Diamonds are essential in advancing technology and improving the world in which we live. Diamonds are not just a girl's best friend, they are everybody's friend. Thanks to their strength, precision, and versatility, they contribute to innovations that benefit us all, enhancing our lives in ways we may not even realise, all the while continuing to inspire joy, beauty, and of course, global progress. Thank you all for your attention and for coming today. My details can be found on the screen and available for any questions after the